Virat Kohli has announced his retirement from Test cricket after scoring 9,230 runs in 210 digs, average of just under 47, 30 hundreds, 31 50s, highest score 254. He said in an emotional post, as you'd expect. He's just not just going to put it out there and say, see you later. It says, it's been 14 years since I first wore the baggy blue in Test cricket. Honestly, I never imagined the journey this format would take me on. It's tested me, shaped me, and taught me lessons I'll carry for life. There's something deeply personal about playing in whites, the quiet grind, the long days, the small moments that no one sees but stay with you forever. He went on to say a few more things and then end it with, I'll always look back at my Test career with a smile. I think a few people will look back on his Test career as well, especially Indian fans, with a smile as well.
Oh, definitely. I mean, sad day. Poor Brian Lara, he was wrong. Sadly, he's going to go out averaging 46.8. But, it's like obviously there was a little bit of chatter about it, and we spoke about it the other day on the podcast. And now that it's actually true, I feel a little bit sad. I mean, we speculated about it as to whether it was going to happen, and we know that in Australia he was kind of mentioning a lot that he was done, and no one really believed him. But now that it's actually unfolding, I feel a bit sad that we're not going to see him run around in the whites just because of the way that he plays the game. I think he brings a real energy to Test cricket that not as many seem to have nowadays. So I feel like that's going to be missed.
Read a really good article written by Greg Chappell, who obviously knows Indian cricket backwards, given the time that he spent in the country with development and all of that. He said that the new age Indian cricketer was kind of, you first saw that kind of stand up to everyone nature from Sourav Ganguly. Then MS Dhoni took over and he had a quiet steel about him, but then Virat Kohli was just like, took it to another level, and as if to say, we will stand up to everyone and we will not back down to anyone. Did you get that feeling about his personality, or was that purely him on the test cricket arena?
Like I don't know him overly well. I've had a couple of dealings with him. Like Mitch played with him in IPL, and I've bumped into him quite a bit throughout our international career. He's always been very, very lovely to me and a really quiet, unassuming guy, and then steps on the field and he's like this completely different character. But I loved it, and I think it was quite polarising over in India. He shook the tree to an extent and made guys work hard, and pretty much found out the guys that didn't really want to work that hard and they lost their spot in the team. So he was kind of polarising is the word over there from a cricket sense, but I think he genuinely, when he came in as skipper, he made that side better. He made them work hard, want to be there, want to win, play an aggressive style of cricket, which I thought was awesome, and they've kind of still maintained that right throughout, even when Rohit took over the captaincy as well. So he kind of, I wouldn't say like changed the game, but I think he made the Indian cricketers look at the game a little bit differently, which is a real legacy piece for him.
Because you look at the physical shape he always rocked up in, and it was always late. I've heard stories at the IPL where he has to clear out the gym because he's so famous, and he gets his security detail down there to make sure that, someone who's not meant to be there is there. But he works and prepares like the elite of the elite.
Yeah, well, he's an athlete, I think, and you can still see it, the way that he still moves after as long as of a career as what he's played. And obviously he's still playing the white ball formats, which is quite an athletic format of the game to play. So, yeah, he works harder than anybody, and that's probably why his record speaks for itself.
Cricket Nuffy, in those dealings that you had with him, like when you talk, he's probably not talking about how many pitches he's got in the tabloids. He's actually talking about the detail of cricket.
Yeah, I think I remember having a couple of cricket conversations with him. He was always very curious about the women's game and where it was at, and this was a long time ago, mind you. But the dealings with him in the past, he's always asked how I'm going and what's next for us, and to know how busy he is, how much is on his plate, how much is probably on his mind. The fact that he's like thinking about others, I think, speaks volumes of the man.
So, what about the tributes that he got on social media? So, obviously, the big name cricketers, AB de Villiers, Joe Root, Kane Williamson, Steve Smith, always saying nice things about him. But what about this for a list? Harry Kane, Oscar Piastri, Manchester City, Willow Talk, Wimbledon, Conor McGregor, Novak Djokovic paid tribute. Conor McGregor.
Huge.
Oh, no, Ireland's got a cricket team, but I didn't expect that one.
But you know who's not on that list? Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Sad.
Virat Kohli.
Kohli. Well, I mean, but I think that shows like, he's a superstar. He's not just a cricketer. He's a superstar of world sport. And that's the way that he portrays himself and the way he acts as an athlete. And obviously what he does on the field as well has made him who he is. And to have tributes like that coming from all different sports, but right around the world as well, just shows how big it is.
You got a favourite moment that you drops out? It's not unfortunate in a way, but it kind of sums him up that one of his last moments as a Test cricketer was on that last day at the SCG when he was just giving it to the crowd and reminding Australian fans about sandpaper. Anyway, but it must be said, it did pop into my mind last night about how he stood up. He stood up for Steve Smith and basically told at the 2019 World Cup, and I know this is white ball cricket, not Test cricket, that he's retired from. He announced his retirement from Test cricket, but he told the Indian fans to just quieten down the boos of Steve Smith mid-innings. It's like, just ease up on him. Let's all just celebrate the game. Well, you don't see that too often.
No, you don't. One of my memories was, I think, in 2014 when they were out here, his back-to-back hundreds in Adelaide. He just got the captaincy. MS Dhoni can't remember if MS Dhoni was injured or Virat had taken over properly then. But he came out and his counter-attack against our bowling lineup, I think it was like Mitchell Johnson, Ryan Harris, Peter Siddle, Nathan Lyon was there as well because I think Nath took 7 for in that second innings to win us the game. But Virat went 100 in the first innings, like changed the pace of the game really quickly to put it back on the bowlers. I think he went hard at Mitchell Johnson to make 100 there and then kept his team in the fixture in the second innings by making another 100. And as soon as he got out, basically the game was won for Australia. So that was one for me. It was like he's taken over the captaincy and he's gone, bang, I'm going to lead by example and come out and show everyone how we want to play our Test cricket. So that's one that stands out for me, and I can bring that one up because Mitch wasn't playing, so I could actually say that one. But no, I just remember thinking like, wow, like that's a leader.
Yeah.
To do that. So yeah, well, it's sad we won't get to see that again, but hopefully many more white ball memories.
Well, I can ask him when he comes in eventually because we'll get him in again. But Mitch,
he saw our tribute. Oh, you meant Mitch?
No, Mitch. Virat's going to pop in next week.
Yep.
No, but Mitch, like, how did he describe what it was like to bowl to him, especially when he was seeing it like a watermelon?
Well, I was like, funnily enough, Mitch actually liked bowling to him because he's like just hanging outside off stump, and Virat loved to nick it because he was just. But that's like I love that. And everyone's saying, oh, he's got this technical flaw outside his off stump. Yeah, because he wants to hit the ball. Yeah. And that's what he's done throughout his whole career. To be brave enough to drive those balls on the up is going to get you out every now and then, but you're going to counter-attack as well. If he gets it right, it puts it back on the bowler. But, yeah, when he was unbelievably still at the crease and his head did not move, he looked so difficult to remove. And he's just the flair that he had both sides of the wicket was is pretty cool.
So a quick quiz for you.
Oh, God.
What Australian Test cricketer took the most wickets of
Virat?
The most dismissals of Virat Kohli?
I feel like it's Mitch.
Well, bias would tell you
Scrub that out.
And bias would tell you that you're wrong.
Oh. Are they still playing?
Yes.
We narrow it down.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Josh Hazlewood.
No.
Okay, I'll give up.
Nathan.
Oh, there you go.
Nathan Lyon, 7 dismissals.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Can you scrub out all my bad answers?
Out of Boland, Cummins, Hazlewood, Stark, who has dismissed Virat Kohli the most?
I feel like it's Josh.
I feel like you're out of the will because it's Mitch.
Oh, God. I'm having a stinker. Mitchell Stark. Yeah.
Yes, Mitchell Stark.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, and last one then.
I don't like this game anymore.
Out of Hazlewood, Cummins, Boland, who has dismissed Virat Kohli the most? It's
Josh Hazlewood.
It's a trick question.
Oh, no, they haven't got him out.
Yeah, they've all got him out.
Oh, they're all the same?
Correct. Go on, yes. 5 times each. Scotty Boland 5 times.
Thanks for narrowing that right down so that I could get the correct answer.
Oh,
there you go. Interesting.
Well done. Yeah, it's an even bunch.
Well done, Mitch.
Jimmy Anderson and Stuart Broad had success against him, but, I mean, name a batter that didn't find trouble with Jimmy Anderson and Stuart Broad in English conditions when they were at their top.
When you got one guy swinging it away from you and can bring it back in, and you got Stuart Broad with his wobble seam, it's a nightmare.
Looking down at his list of dismissals in Test cricket, you look down at it, and it's the ones who have had success of him are the absolute best of the era, like sustained success. You've got the odd one here and there that's taken the odd wicket, but not many. You look and go, oh, he's had trouble with this guy, but he hasn't had great success overall. So he's
No.
like, yeah,
That's a legacy, I think.
that is a legacy.
It's pretty cool.
Absolutely.